parents here, okay? So parents, this is exactly how my team took Saanvi from a 1240 to a 1470 SAT score in just under 12 weeks. So in this short video, 5 to 10 minutes long, I'm going to show you the step-by-step roadmap that my team used with Saanvi to help her increase her SAT score 230 points in just under 12 weeks. Now, as a thank you for watching this video, just comment down below this video and I will give you guys a free SAT diagnostic for your team to do. And when they're done, just send me a message and I'll give them a personalized video breakdown on their weaknesses. For those of you guys who don't know me yet, my name is Jared Wynn. I'm the founder and director of GeometryGurus.com, and I've helped hundreds of students increase their SAT scores so that they can go to their dream colleges or qualify for scholarships. In every single video that I post, I give you guys one one actionable tip that you guys can use to increase your teen's SAT score. So let's get straight into it, guys. Let's go over Saanvi's SAT transformation. Okay, number one here, guys, we need to understand one thing. Saanvi was very good at doing the quote-unquote boring work. She was very good at just being disciplined and consistent. And honestly, it doesn't matter how you get there. It just matters if you do a little bit every single day and you're disciplined and consistent with whatever it is that is in front of you. All right, she does that better than a lot of students that I know. So we need to understand there is beauty in the mundane. There is no secret sauce here, guys. There is no such thing. There is no secret strategy, secret formulas that you need to know to get the SAT score that your teen wants. You just need to do the boring stuff. Now, step number one, what we did in Saanvi's journey is we diagnosed and enhanced. We made sure we figured out all of Saanvi's biggest weaknesses using a detailed diagnostic. What does that look like? Well, in this step, it was very important that we figured out, hey, which problems or which of the 64 SAT concepts is she taking too much time on? And most importantly, what is she getting wrong over and over and over again? Because we want to create her a step-by-step roadmap that doesn't waste time practicing things that she already knows how to do. That's what a lot of students do, is they just practice the same things over and over again, and they give themselves a false sense of confidence. They're like, oh, I know how to do this. I've done it a million times. Like, yeah, you worked on your strengths a million times. You didn't actually work on the things that you were actually weakest in. Step number two is, this is why step number one was so important, diagnose and enhance. Step number two is what we call here, apply and practice. Okay, once we have an idea or once we know what are your teen's biggest SAT weaknesses, we want to make sure that we're giving the same types of problems to them whenever they're practicing. This way they get repetitions over a long period of time, and that way we're slowly building that confidence. Now families, confidence is not something where, hey, you do one long binge study on the weekend and you're like, oh, I'm magically ready for the SAT. No, it's a slow building blocks, building upon ready-made foundations step by step, so you slowly overcome those weaknesses. These weaknesses, they don't just go away overnight. You need to remember that these weaknesses were, for most students, developed over years and years of bad habits. So to think that you guys can go and get results done in one day is just a little foolish. All right, so that's why we got to make sure we got to simulate the same problems that we're having the most issues with. All right, that means that everything we do is timed, everything that you do is proctored, and most importantly, it's slightly more difficult than the actual SAT. That's how you should practice. You should always over prepare, not under prepare. This kind of leads me into step number three, is what we call here simulate success. So it's not enough, guys, to be conceptually prepared for the exam. Your teen needs to be mentally prepared for the exam as well. What does that mean? That's where this step is where we build that test confidence, where you crush any test anxiety that you might have, because we want to make sure that everything that you're doing, regardless if it's practice, regardless if it's practice exams, we want to do it in the same exact environment that the actual SAT is going to be in. All right, that's the most important thing. You got to make sure that all the things you do are timed and proctored, right? Because in the test, that's exactly how it's going to be. It's going to be timed and proctored. So a lot of students, they think they have a conceptual issue. No, most of the times, a lot of the students, they understand the concepts that are in front of them. It's the time pressure of the exam that really gets them. And that's why, on the exam, they freeze up. It's like, oh, I should know this, but I don't know this. So we got to make sure that, and for example, for Saanvi here, we wanted to make sure that Saanvi was able to simulate the exam in a way where it's like she just walks into the test prep center, or sorry, the test taking center, and she's like, I've done this a million times before because I was working in an environment that simulated this exam every single day before the exam, and she's not scared of it anymore. So she's actually able to demonstrate the knowledge that she actually knew. So, and the good news is with Saanvi is that she still has a few more SATs she can take. She's only a sophomore right now, so she doesn't need to. She doesn't need to worry about the SAT. If she really wanted to, she can use the SAT score she has right now, right? Because 1470 is going to be good enough for almost any school that she wants to apply to. But if she wanted to try to hit that 1500, that 1550, then that's what she can do. All right, guys, that is it, guys. As you can see, no special sauce here, right? This is a very straightforward approach that you guys just need to have your team be prepared to do some of the mundane activities. Because again, guys, it's not the secret sauce that's going to get you to where you want to be. It's that steady discipline and consistency. All right. I hope this was valuable for you guys. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to DM me or send me a Facebook message. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out, tailor a plan that would work best for your team. Hope this was enjoyable. I'll see you guys in the next one.